My husband is Byron Craig Brown. He was the U.S. Army and went in 1969 and stayed in for 38 years. He began as a platoon leader in Vietnam and made it all the way through Desert Storm and had service in Riyadh toward the end of his career. That service in Vietnam, I think, kind of is who he was. He was just such a leader. He was one of 3 boys in his family who all were military, and the dad was military also. And he and I both were Army brats when we were little and met up with each other in college and then continued the Army life. But he moved from infantry to military intelligence and worked in Chicago at Fort Sheridan with the recruitment battalion and did studies for the Pentagon on where to find nurses and recruits. I think he was most proud of his service for one thing, in Vietnam. He was really quite a hero to all of us who read about it later. He didn't so much talk about it later, but he earned a Bronze Star. He actually earned 4 Bronze Stars over his career, with V for Valor and with the Oak Leaf Cluster. But he was in harm's way. He took troops across rivers and had people shooting at him and saved lives. One of his favorite stories is that there was a water buffalo in a stream where he was trying to get the troops across, and he couldn't figure out a way to get that buffalo out of their way, so he shot it between the eyes, and he said the buffalo wandered off, ambled off, didn't even phase it, but at least it moved out of the way and they got the troops across the stream. I think what he enjoyed most about it was, being a military personality. He was so organized, like so many military are. He had lots of people that he mentored, male and female, who wanted him to be the one who pinned on their bars. And so I think organizing operations and then organizing young men and women to go into the service were his favorite things. I'd want my nieces and nephews to know what a hero he was. He passed away 5 years ago, and we had him. He was buried at Arlington National Cemetery, and they were all there, and they all loved Uncle Byron. As a matter of fact, one nephew went to West Point, and Byron was his mentor, and what a relationship that was. They all think of him that way.